So this edition of Monday Night Raw starts off with Kurt Angle coming out, addressing the Roman Reigns, Braun Strowman situation. And it's like, okay, he says that Braun Strowman got further injured, because of his arm and everything, because of the attack with Roman Reigns last week. And Braun Strowman has a shattered elbow, and he will be out up to 6 months. Okay. So that basically torpedoes everything that they had planned with Braun Strowman. Even though I don't think they were going to choose for him to face Brock Lesnar, but that torpedoes it anyway. So Kurt Angle talks about Extreme Rules. And at Extreme Rules, there will be a fatal 5-way to determine the number one contender to Brock Lesnar's Universal title. Now, okay. So these 5 people are as follows. You have Seth Rollins, Samoa Joe, Finn Balor, Bray Wyatt, and well, what do you know? Roman fucking Reigns. So Roman Reigns injures someone that could have a good prospect as far as being a monster heel and a monster champion, yet you reward him with this fucking fatal 5-way title shot, which he's the fucking favor to win. Quote, I put quotes up there for a reason, but it's like, damn it, man. Oh, God. So, yeah, yeah, Roman Reigns comes out. Now, okay, you sing You Suck to Kurt. Why don't you say you suck to Roman Reigns when he fucking comes out to his fucking music? Can you trade that off? But anyway, Roman Reigns hits the ring and he's like, look, you don't need a fatal 5-way. He says that he's the number one contender. He beat The Undertaker at WrestleMania. He took out Braun Strowman. So, no, you don't need a fucking match at fucking Extreme Rules. Finn Balor comes out and Balor makes his case. He never lost the title. And he's like, look, the line to face the beast starts right behind you, right behind Finn Balor. Finn Balor has one of the best cases because, again, he never lost the title and he should get his shot. He should get his fucking shot. I hope he gets his shot. Samoa Joe is next to hit the ring. And he's like, all right, so it's not about whose yard it is. It's not about, who's next in line for the championship. It's about action and results. And he runs down Seth Rollins about his actions and results against him. And he says that at Extreme Rules, the action will be he's in the match and the results is he's going to win it. Cue Bray Wyatt. Okay. Bray Wyatt goes on like he usually does. And the funniest thing about that was he pointed to all 3 of them and it's like, okay, you will cower. You will fall. Talk about Finn Balor. And you will run. Talk about Samoa Joe. And it's like, damn, he said that Roman Reigns would cower. I was like, okay, yeah. All right, fine. So Seth Rollins comes out and he's like, look, I didn't come to talk, I come to fight. Specifically Samoa Joe. Hits the ring, everything breaks down, of course. Joe and Rollins go at it, of course. Then, you had everything break down with Bray Wyatt and you had Finn Balor and Roman Reigns getting in the mix. But Finn Balor is the last man standing. And I like that. I wouldn't have liked it if Roman Reigns was the last man standing out of all that. So I was like, oh, yeah, the last man standing. All right, yeah. Finn Balor, yeah. Have him as the fucking favorite to win because he never lost the Universal title. Have him to face the beast and have Finn Balor comes in as the fucking demon. So it will actually gives a lot of flavor to the match if you do choose Finn Balor. But I don't think it's going to happen. I think they're going to choose Roman fucking Reigns. It's just pathetic. But I think that's the way it's going to go. So everybody was arguing backstage, and Kurt Angle was like, look, we don't settle things back here. We settle things in the ring. And since all of you are ready to want to fight, yeah, he puts freaking Rollins versus Wyatt, and he puts Balor versus Reigns. And speaking of Balor versus Reigns, Balor did point out, he's like, look, you should know better than anybody as far as, because it's funny how Roman Reigns basically said to Finn Balor that he doesn't have the killer instinct to beat fucking Brock Lesnar, but Balor pointed out, look, I beat you before, so yeah. Okay, So you had Jeff Hardy versus Sheamus, 1-on-1. All right, look, even though this is all going to lead up to Extreme Rules as far as Jeff Hardy versus Sheamus and Cesaro, it's kind of like that Sheamus and Cesaro have not beat either one of these fucking Hardy boys 1-on-1 either. They haven't done it, and it was no exception here. In a pretty okay 1-on-1 match between two former WWE and World Heavyweight Champions, yes they are, Jeff Hardy and Sheamus are, Jeff Hardy actually pulls off the fucking win. Okay, that's fine. But again, damn, you're never going to have a reverse? It's like, fuck. I don't understand. Yeah, I understand the handshake thing that was leading up to their match, at Payback. But at the same time, it's like, neither Sheamus or Cesaro has ever got a victory over either of these Hardys. I mean, yeah, Hardy's losing a singles match won't hurt. It just won't. I mean, the title's not on the line. It just won't hurt. Just put on a good fucking match. Yeah, even if there were shenanigans, it still won't hurt the Hardy Boys to lose a fucking singles match. Sasha versus Alicia Fox with Noam Dar in their corner, in her corner. So I guess they're back together. And oh my god, Alicia Fox actually fucking wins the match against Sasha Banks. Nevertheless, okay. I wonder who saw that coming. I didn't see that coming. I'm sorry. I mean, most people have lost all faith in Alicia Fox. I know I have. I'm like, fuck. She actually fucking won the match against Sasha Banks, the boss. Okay. Right. I have no more to say about that. That's all. That's the only way I'm going to put that. So we're done with that. We're gone. So Dean Ambrose versus the Jizz for the Intercontinental Championship. Now, okay. The one thing that I've always asked for is the main thing that the Miz, aka the Jizz, has never fucking provided for me. When you talk about a heel and you want to take him seriously or her seriously, you have to have that heel win the match. Even if they're, whether they're shenanigans or not, do that shit alone in order to be taken seriously. 100% seriously. There are people out there that want this fucker in the main event scene, and I feel that he never deserved it, and he doesn't deserve it now. This match, I already knew how it was going to go. And even though there were some spots in it that were like, okay, fine, these two could actually pull it off. They could actually put, wrestling and storytelling above all else. But I already knew that there was going to be some pussy works with this match. Now, the DQ thing. Of course, yeah, the Miz was going to hide behind his wife. He did it before the match. He did it during the match. Fine. That's set in stone now. He's going to do that. That's just it. But then the whole Maurice distracting the referee thing and the Miz trying a low blow and Ambrose blocks it. And then Ambrose kicked him in the ding-ding. Yeah, I wonder whoever would get that reference. Referee sees it, ding, 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 ding. Winner Miz, but still Intercontinental Champion because of the disqualification, Dean Ambrose. So Dean Ambrose gave a low blow to the puss. Yeah, because Miz is a pussy. Anyway, Finn Balor had a backstage interview, and he's like, of course, it's not the size of the dog in the fight. It's the size of fighting the dog. And he says it may be Reigns' yard, but it's Balor's universe. Okay, so we got the yard, the universe, the show, the world. Oh, it's funny how all that's coming into play. We have the guy, the man, the dude, Dean Ambrose. Yeah, people are picking their spots, picking their, best in the world, what I do. it's kind of funny how all of that is, put into place with these guys, and it's just, yeah, fine. So Alexa Bliss comes out. Yeah, she runs down the city that they're in, which was in New Jersey, and she says that she's a goddess, and she says that, okay, of course, she's the first one to win the Raw Women's Championship and the SmackDown Women's Championship. Fine, that's just absolutely fine, and I understand that. But again, Bayley comes out and she's like, "Look, I don't care about the title of goddess. The only title I care about is the one around your waist." And you know, Alexa's like, "All right, look, this is Extreme Rules." Because Bayley's like, yeah, I'm going to use my rematch clause for Extreme Rules. And Alexa's like, okay, wait, this is Extreme Rules here. And you never heard about Extreme. You know Extreme. You know what Extreme Rules is. That means you have to do anything to win. And she was pointing out that Bayley doesn't have it in her to do that. So, of course, things break down. Well, what do you know? Because she's like, yeah, so go sit at the kiddie table and leave the championships to the adults. Bayley attacks her. But then, next thing you know, Alexa gets the upper hand. And it's like, damn, Bayley, I hate it when you have someone that gets the upper hand and there's no fighting back from the one that's down. And then all of a sudden, that person stays down for a long time. And it's like, why are you down there for? You're a worthy competitor. Get up. Nothing was done to you. Get up. But Alexa grabs a kendo sticks and whacks Bayley in the back of the fucking head neck area. And it's like, so we know where this is going. We know where this is going. All right. But at least that's an Extreme Rules match that's going to be coming up with the Extreme Rules thing. But I don't like the match, and I'll tell you why later. So, The Miz is upset, the Jizz is upset, goes backstage and complains to Kurt Angle. He's like, yeah, he intentionally got himself disqualified. And yeah, okay, you'll get your rematch at Extreme Rules. No, that's not good enough. I want a stipulation where if Dean Ambrose intentionally gets himself disqualified, he loses the title. And I'm like, wait a minute. So, at Extreme Rules, this is going to be basically the only match that has no Extreme Rules in it. That's typical pussism by The Miz. Now, you see, this is why I hate that motherfucker, man. You mean that Extreme Rules? People have been complaining for years. At Extreme Rules, every match should have an extreme type of thing to it. This match will not. If Dean Ambrose gets disqualified, he loses the title. What? At Extreme Rules? This isn't play it safe. WWE, play it safe. No! We need to have weapons in this match because it's for the Intercontinental Championship. Yeah, Miz trying to bring prestige back to the Intercontinental Championship, yet he won't participate in an Extreme Rules match at Extreme fucking Rules. Once again, fucking pussy. But anyway, after that, Maurice, she talks in French, yells at Kurt Angle. Kurt Angle tries to talk French back to her. And next thing you know, the Drifter walks by. Okay, do something with him on Raw or SmackDown because he's appearing on both shows. Or just, yeah, this can't go on forever. Just have him have his debut match very fucking soon. TJP, now they're calling him TJP, shot the Blazing Melfunski. They told TJ Perkins, they called him Toe Jam Perkins. Catch out Blaze and Melfunski's podcast, wrestling podcast, every Wednesday. Check them out. They're very good at what they do. Toe Jam Perkins, man. So, but now it's just TJP. He teamed up with Neville, went against A-Double, Austin Aries, and Gentleman Jack. In a pretty good tag team match, even for a cruiserweight, pretty good. But the heels end up winning. Oh, the heels end up winning again. Damn, A-Double can't catch a break against these guys. Even though he did beat TJP one-on-one, but then he got wrapped up afterwards. Damn, they just can't catch a break against these guys. Fine. I mean, yeah. So, backstage, Bailey's hurt. Kurt Angle comes up. Yeah. And he announced, he's like, yeah, but the match with Extreme Rules will be a normal match. Bailey's like, no, that's not fair. You're not even going to give me a chance to get her back for what she did to me tonight. Okay, so now it's going to be a kendo stick on a pole match. No! Just have the kendo stick match. Just have the kendo sticks just laid out. Don't have it up on a fucking pole. What? No, man. Damn it. Okay, kendo stick on a fucking stripper pole. On a pole. Fucking pole. So whoever grabs it first can use it. What? How short is this pole going to be? You know Alexa Bliss is like 4'8". Damn, man. I mean, oh, God. Kendo stick on a pole. Please, please, please. This is just shit. You couldn't have just kendo sticks laid out. And anyway, why are you softening this shit? Just because they're women or whatever? No. These women can actually go in a ring, and you're downgrading that shit like this. But anyway, the Golden Truth, okay, yeah. R-Truth talks about that, yeah, he let them down last week as far as the tag team turmoil, and Goldust actually gives him a fucking pep talk. Look how many times I've been knocked down and I've risen back up. So with Golden Truth, we can go back up and we can go out there and we can get our spot again and so on and so forth. So okay, fine. So you get Roman Reigns versus Finn Balor. Now I gotta say this match was okay. It was all right. It wasn't the best, but it certainly wasn't Miz. And Roman Reigns actually wins it. Okay. Even Roman Reigns was injured. You have him win this match. But when Roman Reigns was 100%, Finn Balor won that match. Okay, WWE logic. Yeah, we don't fucking forget. This is one of the things about WWE I don't understand. It's like they think that we just have amnesia and just forget about things, and we don't. No, we never do. We never forget about that shit. But yeah. Bray Wyatt calls out the Beast. He talks a bit about Rollins, and he says Rollins will run. Okay. Interview with Seth Rollins. He's like, look, after everything that he went through, he won't be stopped by Bray Wyatt. Yeah, everything like Stephanie and, Triple H and, all right, fine. I understand. So, R-Truth, Golden Truth. They're not Golden Truth anymore, apparently, because as R-Truth, yeah, what's up? Goldust attacks R-Truth. Wow. Okay. Hardly anyone's seen that coming. Attacks him. It gets prolonged for a bit. They tried to make it as vicious as they possibly could without going too deep. And that's what was missing. What was missing was them going to that deep end. But I guess they didn't want to go that far. But yeah, there was even a minor thank you Goldust chant. And Goldust grabs the mic and said, that's what's up. And it's like, whoa, okay. And you have Booker T on commentary. I've known Goldie for a long time. I don't know this side of him. Well, if you'd known that side of him and both of you would have had that side, you probably would have been tag team champions longer and people would have took you more seriously. But anyway, yeah. Big Cass versus Titus O'Neil. The funniest thing about this was Titus didn't even know he was in this match. Titus thought that Apollo Crews was going to be going against Enzo. But no. Big Cass against Titus O'Neil, and Titus was in his suit. And he's like, I'm not going to ruin this suit. But yeah, he ended up wrestling in it. And Big Cass actually ends up winning. So it's like, okay, fine. Now, the funniest thing about it was Enzo actually tried to do that selfie shit after the match. And Apollo Crews actually kicked Enzo in the back of the fucking head. Kind of reminded me of the Ghetto Blaster by Bad News Brown. But anyway, yeah, that's, yeah, shit. Titus Brand. Goodness. Where's Darren Young? What happened about making him great again? What happened with that shit? Nowhere to be found, huh? What happened to Bo Dallas? Nowhere to be found, huh? Curtis Axel? Nowhere to be found, huh? Yeah, All these guys that you could at least try to have to be taken seriously, yeah, you can't take them seriously. Oh wow, where's Kurt Hawkins? Can't take him seriously. Where's Big Show? Yeah, he's nowhere to be fucking found. What? You have nothing for these guys that I fucking mentioned? You can't repackage them. You can't fucking have Bo Dallas join Bray Wyatt. They're actual brothers. You can't have him be a part of the fucking Wyatt family. You can't have Curtis Axel grow a beard and be a part of the fucking Wyatt family. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'm just looking too deep into this shit because, yeah. So you have Bray Wyatt versus Seth Rollins in an okay match. Okay, well, what do you know? Samoa Joe comes out, interferes. Bray Wyatt loses by DQ, so Seth Rollins wins by disqualification. Now, thing about it is, Bray Wyatt actually goes to Samoa Joe, like, what the fuck were you doing? But then they look at Seth Rollins, and then they put the boots to him. Yeah, they both put the boots to Seth Rollins, but then he kind of holds back Samoa Joe. And what happens next? Bray Wyatt gives Samoa Joe the Sister Abigail. And I'm like, interesting. Yeah, it's going to be every man for himself at Extreme Rules. You might as well set the fucking standard now. And right after that, he gave Seth Rollins a Sister Abigail. Brilliant way to end the show. Trying to establish Bray Wyatt as an actual threat. Even though he was WWE champion for only a couple of fucking months. They owe him. They owe him big time. They owe him a better title reign than what he got. Even his tag team title reign wasn't shit. It's just, they're treating Bray like garbage, and he actually deserves to be in the main event scene for a while as a champion. And as a good one, too, because his wrestling matches aren't that bad, and he is an established threat. So, anyway, that's the show. Do you think that I'm full of shit about my opinions? I want to, look, comment below, please. I want to hear from you because I'm always open for a debate about wrestling. This is shaping up to be a crazy Extreme Rules within the next 3 weeks because it's like, okay, you have a couple of Extreme Rules matches, and then you have an Intercontinental Championship match that won't have any Extreme Rules involved, and I will rant about that on a later date. Rant about that some more, I should say. Drop kicks, body slams, throwing motherfuckers over the top rope, both feet in the floor. Action, 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 except for Miz. Love and hate. Love for some, hate for Roman Reigns, hate for Cena. You know, shit like that. Yes, I'm a wrestling fan. This is the theme. And I'll see you later. Credits.